So my husband and I started going to a Unitarian church, a Unity church. It's basically a spiritual center. I'm not sure. Oop, I got Palo Santo on me. If it's a spirit, it doesn't matter. We're going to a spiritual center, and it's amazing. The speakers, well, the pastors, I guess, they're incredible. So I want to tell you the story that we heard on Sunday. Let me turn off my email. I want to tell you the story that we heard on Sunday. So there's a story of a farmer, and this was from one of the pastors. There's a story of this farmer, and he was outside on his land tending to his horse. And he was just, making sure his horse was fed and brushed. And then down the road, someone was driving their car and their car died. And this was way before there were cell phones or anything like that. So the guy got out of his car and he had to go find someone to either support him, help him, or find a phone somewhere. So he walks up and he sees the farmer outside, and the farmer's brushing his horse, and he says, "Excuse me, sir, my car broke down and down there, and it's in the ditch, and I just need someone to help me pull it out. Would you mind allowing me to borrow your horse so that we can pull my car out of the ditch? Now, of course, we'll make sure your horse is taken care of, and it won't harm your horse." And so the farmer thought about it. He's like, "I don't know, but let me see. Let me think about it. This is my horse, Buddy. My horse's name is Buddy. Let me think about it." So the farmer or the driver kept saying, "I'll make sure your horse is totally fine. I'll make sure that it's not going to be too much of a strain on your horse. Could you please help me out? I really need to get my car out of there." So finally, the farmer agrees, and the farmer, Buddy, and the driver walk over to the car. Now, mind you, it's a really small car, and the car is definitely in the ditch. So the farmer puts some ropes around Buddy and a halter. I know that's not the right terminology, but puts something around Buddy so that Buddy can pull the car out of the ditch. And so they get him all strapped in, and the farmer starts encouraging his horse to pull the car out of the ditch. And he starts saying, "All right, Maddie, come on, go, pull, Maddie, pull really hard." And the horse just stands there. So he starts saying, "All right, Bob, come on, Bob, you got this, Bob. Keep pulling, move, pull. You're just gonna pull the car out of the ditch. Come on, Bob." Encouraging his horse, whose name's Buddy, who he's calling Bob, to pull the car out of the ditch. And of course, Buddy just stands there. So he tries again. "All right, Sassy, pull it. Come on, girl, let's go. Come on, you can do it. Pull the car out of the ditch. All you got to do is move forward. You got this, Sassy." And of course, Buddy the horse doesn't move. And then the driver, the guy who was driving the car, says to the farmer, "Wait, isn't your horse's name Buddy?" And the farmer says, "Yes, his name is Buddy, but he's blind. And I have to pretend like he has a team working with him, or he's not going to pull this thing on his own." And then the farmer says, "All right, Buddy, pull, Buddy, pull." And of course, Buddy pulls and moves and gets the car out of the ditch. I love that story. So the reason I love that story is, well, the moral is Buddy, who was a blind horse, needed to feel like he had a team behind him. Even when there wasn't a team there, Buddy needed to feel that. So the farmer was smart enough to know, because the horse is blind, that if I pretend and give him the encouragement that there's a team here, he's going to do it. He's going to pull. And it got me to thinking about support. And it got me to thinking about not just support in like our day-to-day 3D support in our family and our friends and our community, but the support that we have from God, Goddess, God, creatress, creator, your guides, the angels, the benevolent beings. We have so much invisible support available to us that sometimes if we think we are not supported, and we go into a place of lone wolfing, being alone, thinking that no one's there for us, thinking that spirit's not there for us, or going into that place, then we don't do things alone. We don't move our life forward. Some of us can you can get kind of stuck. But when we feel and know, when you know that you have a team behind you, whether the team is in bodies or outside of bodies, and giving you the encouragement to move forward and do something challenging in your life, you're going to do it. You're going to do it. And you do have a team. Whether you have a full-blown team or community in your current life, of friends and family, or whether you live alone, whether you feel alone, there is untapped resources available to you in the unseen. And not just in the unseen, there are communities, real life 3D communities available to you everywhere. This one included, my community included. Even if you don't know all of the women in the Spiritual Warrior community that show up to the Facebook group or in the 7-month Spiritual Warrior program and are learning how to become masterful with their energy, we are here. We are that invisible support for you, and sometimes visible, but not just that. So that's available to you, but also your guides and God are always available to you. Now, you may be saying, I have a ton of people in my life. Great. Are you utilizing that? Could there be more? And are you utilizing the unseen community and friends and support that you have? And if there is a place in you where you're holding back and you're not taking action, I talked about this last week. I believe it was last week on the last video. It is a time for radical action. It is a time to move your life forward. If you are stuck in any area, and I mean stuck like in your mind, in scarcity, anywhere, none of us are enlightened now. P.S. P.S. We're not enlightened. It is time to move the needle forward with radical action. I'm telling you, it is the time. Step in, do something bold, build a community, get out of your comfort zone. If you're like, oh, but I don't like to be on Zoom, or I don't like to do this, I don't like to do that, get away from those stories, start going into radical action. And with that being said, knowing that you have this invisible team and that behind you of your guides and spirit, it's going to be there pushing you, supporting you, loving you all the way. You're going to be able to step out and pull that car forward, pull your life forward in whatever direction you want to pull it forward. And even if you are rocking it out right now, there's always that next gear. There's always that next level. Always. Spiritual warfare is happening right now. Right now. We are a fallen planet. I heard that term I think it was this morning. But we are trying so hard to be an ascended one. It is that time right now. And every time you move the needle forward on your life, it ups the game in the collective. And it is a time for community. It is a time for coming together. So what I'm going to do is leave you with this. You are not alone. Think of Buddy the horse. Think of Buddy the horse. Just needed that encouragement. Just needed to know he wasn't alone so he can get the job done. So you are not alone. So you can get her done, whatever get her done means to you. All right. I'm going to leave you with this. I have a class on Tuesday where I'm going to be teaching a 3-step process to owning and honing in your intuition and courageously with radical action. Step into it. Now, I am incredibly psychic. I am incredibly intuitive, but I just see things, right? And I have my entire life. I can see dimensions. I can see it all. But I didn't know how to teach it. Like I can teach, but now I'm getting these downloads where I know I'm like, shit, I had this 3-step process that I want to teach people. So the link to sign up for that is at the PS. Don't miss it because it's never going to be at this level again. Trust me. I'm literally like giving you the keys to the kingdom. And this could be one of your places where you take radical action, sign up and come to the course and learn how to step into your intuition with courage. All right. My name is Beth Osmer, and I will see you on the next video.